Hi, honeys. It's Michelle. It's Tuesday, the 7th of April, 2020. I didn't record yesterday at all. I just wanted to take a break. I did record the puzzle, though, just to show you how far along we're getting with it. So here's the puzzle yesterday. So this is where we are on the puzzle today. Brad and I have been working off and on, kind of around the clock, to try to get this finished. So I'll keep you updated on how we're doing with it. And then Brad and I have been working on it together yesterday and then also today. So here's what it looks like now. And we've been having fun. There's just something very soothing about puzzles. To me, it's kind of like coloring in a coloring book or something. It's just nice. It's soothing, it's relaxing. I'm trying to think what we did yesterday. I really didn't work at all. It's not that I didn't want to, but the part of what I do for a living is like totally shut down right now. So, while it's considered essential, I guess what I do isn't. But Brad did work yesterday, and then when he was done working, we spent a bunch of time on the puzzle. Then we watched that show. I don't know if you've seen it. It's on HBO. It's called Avenue 5. And it's got Hugh Laurie and somebody else that Brad said was in one of the Marvel movies or something in it. Then we watched The Great Outdoors, which is a classic. I just love 80s movies. It like takes me back to a time when things weren't so stressful. I'm drinking that sun tea that I was talking about that I make. So good. So I got a bunch of laundry folded and I haven't put it away yet though. It's still sitting behind you on the coffee table. What else have I done? I did some dishes. Still behind on them though, a little bit, not much. It's like I'm getting to this point where I can't remember when I did things. So I know that I've been cleaning and everything, but I can't remember when I cleaned. So like I was thinking about that this morning. When did I clean the bathrooms last? I don't know. But I'll just clean them anyway, I think, because it looks like it's time. I don't know. I'm just so tired. Do you feel like that? It's like I go to lay down at night and I fall asleep very quickly, which I guess isn't too unusual for me. I used to have insomnia and I used to watch TV at night and just stay up for hours watching TV. And then I decided to stop watching TV in the bedroom and I started reading to go to bed every night. And now I fall asleep very quickly and I sleep a lot better too. I don't know. But so then I've been taking naps in the afternoon, which I kind of have done for a couple years anyway. But I just feel so tired all the time. It's like no amount of sleep feels like it's enough. I guess I'm just going into hibernating or hibernation mode or something. We're gonna run out of dinners if we don't go. Woof! If we don't go grocery shopping. So we're gonna go on Friday. So that'll be the highlight of my week. And I will, you know what? I'm gonna do another um, essentials shopping haul. Why not, right? It's something to watch. It's something to do. It's something to show you. We just had dinner. We had a little bit of leftover shepherd's pie, so we had that. And then I made mac and cheese, and we had that. Now, the mac and cheese, do you know the brand Annie's? It's like an organic brand. They make the best mac and cheese, but not okay. You know, they have like the skinny tall boxes, and then they have like the fat boxes that are like this, the fat boxes that are like this, that have like the liquid cheese in it. Those ones are so good. That's our favorite mac and cheese. And because the cheaper items are selling out first in the grocery stores, it's something we're still able to find every time we go to the grocery store. So I highly recommend it. It's so good. One box we could have as a dinner for us, and it's wonderful. I'm getting caught up on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't know why I stopped watching it around episode 10. I think there's 20 episodes or something this season. No reason. I just forgot to keep watching it. And I just noticed last night that it was on my DVR. And so I started watching it, and it's so good. So I'm watching that. And then I guess after, maybe I'll watch another episode when I'm done talking to you. And then I'll probably watch a little bit of Ozark and then read and go to bed. But boy, I will be all caught up on all of my shows by the time everything is said and done with this. But what's little girl think? Why are you yelling at me? What did I do? I'll never know what I do wrong. Pretty kitty. Pretty kitty. Okay. I'm reading again and I'm loving it, but I think part of why I stopped reading, I was just thinking of it because my book's right here. Part of why I stopped reading for so long, I think, is the book I'm reading is really dark. And when you're going through things like quarantine and fear of viruses and all that kind of stuff, you don't want to read dark things. You want to read things that get your mind off of everything. Not that this is about viruses. It's called Before She Knew Him by Peter Swanson. I used to get book of the month, and this is a book of the month book from, does it say? March 2019. I got it that long ago and hadn't read it yet. I will talk about the book and what I thought of it and everything when I do, usually every month, I do a video with the books that I read in the previous month. The beginning of May, I will do a books I read in April review where I talk about the books that I've read and what I thought of them. I didn't do an April one. Is it April? Yeah, I didn't do an April one. I don't even know what month it is. I didn't do an April one for March because, as I mentioned before, I did no reading in March. I started reading this book. I got about 50 pages in and I put it down for a month. And now I am reading it and I've got, oh, I don't even have 100 pages left. So I should be done with this book today. I will be talking about this book and the other books that I'll be reading. Why do you keep slapping me with your tail? I don't know what I did. I don't know if you can hear her. She's purring, but like kind of violently, and then she's slapping me with her tail. So am I not giving you enough attention? I'm sorry. This is Zelda on my lap. Part of why she's on my lap or here, she loves watching reality TV. She's a real girl at heart. She loves housewives shows. She likes to watch 90 Day Fiance with me. When we watched what's that show called? Love is Blind. She was all about it. So this is my girl time here when I sit down with her. We like to watch these shows together. Huh. I just feel so sad. I'm in a mahjong group where me and a group of three other ladies, we get together and we play mahjong every week. And we haven't seen each other in a month and a half. Yeah, it's been a while. And then I also am part of a book club, and I haven't been able to do that in over a month either. And I just feel very sad. Well, thank you for the kisses. I love you too. I guess she feels bad that I feel sad about it. Oh, girl. But yeah, I felt like I was really just starting to get my life up and running here in Vegas, and I was starting to make friends and get kind of a social life going. And it felt like things were starting to get more cemented, and I was trying to decide, if I wanted to add a third thing to my activities or not. And then this happened. But the Mahjong group, we decided when this is over, we're not just going to get together to play Mahjong. We're going to go, we're going to have a girls' night where we go out to dinner and everything together too. So that'll be wonderful. I need a girls' night. Nothing against Brad, but I need girl time too. And I'm sure he needs guy time. So, hey, Zelda, did Carol Baskin kill her husband? What do you think? Did she? Do you care? Did she do it? And we are done. Pretty exciting, right? Now we got to get more puzzles though. So Brad and I are out. We aren't actually getting out of the car or doing anything. It's just not really, but we're in Brad's work truck. He needed to get some air in the tires and drive it around because it's just been sitting in the parking spot for over 2 weeks. We're just kind of surprised at the amount of cars out, the amount of traffic. At the lights, there's traffic all the way to the next light, and I'm trying to figure out, is there something going on that I don't know about, or are that many people just not obeying the stay-at-home order? I don't know. This is kind of disturbing because I don't know. If we're not staying home, should we just stop staying home? I feel like I'm tired of disrupting my entire life over this if nobody's going to do it.
On a positive note, we are coming up on downtown, and coming up on the right will be the soon-to-be finished construction of the Circa. There it is with the two cranes.
Yeah, up there with the two cranes. Do you see? Do you see it? It looks so tiny on the screen, but
We'll get a better view here shortly. Would you like to run down the stats that you found on it? The 777 floors.
Oh, no. 44 floors, 777 rooms. 777 floors. Is that possible? There it is. But yeah, and they're going to have the biggest sports book in all of Vegas. And I'm trying to think what else. Sorry, that person just cut off Brad, so I had to slam on the brakes. Anyway, this it's also going to have this neat thing where you can it's like this auditorium thing, right? I can't remember what it's called.
Caught me at a loss here, but it's going to be kind of like a theater, but instead of chairs, it's going to have like little pools that you can hang out in, and they're going to have a huge screen TV for sporting events.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I was like, it's like an
auditorium.
Auditorium, maybe? I could not think of the word. I was
amphitheater.
Like, amphitheater. There it is. Yeah, so it's pretty neat, though. Yeah, I mean, if you look at downtown, there's nobody parked in any of the parking spots or anything, but look at all the cars. I don't get it. Unless everybody's just doing the same thing we are, thinking, well, we've been sitting here for weeks. We need to get the fluids moving on our car or something. I don't know. It's just bizarre.
The alternator charges the battery. Sad face emoji.
Why are you sad?
We can see the northern part of the strip from where we are right now, and none of the lights are on, including the Strat Tower.
Yeah. So sad. It's weird. It really is. And by the way, today's April 10th, which is Friday, 2020. We just had the most enjoyable afternoon of our lives. Didn't we? No.
Let's just say 2 Walmarts were involved, so I'm hoping that my wife is being sarcastic.
I am. 2 Walmarts and a Target.
Target wasn't so bad except for the checkout line.
The checkout line was absurd. It was like, God, what did we stand there for about half an hour? And there was all kinds of carts behind us. And we went to the faster line, and it took half an hour to get through the line. Because we only had 9 items. I got some sports bras because, you know what? Not having an underwire bra on during a quarantine is kind of an essential. It just is. We were looking for masks everywhere. Bradley needs some masks for his job. We are going to have to go for a very short trip for him to rent and do something, some
electrical
maintenance on the internet. Right? Yeah. And then
Close enough.
And then we're gonna leave. We're not gonna stay anywhere because all the hotels in California are closed. But he needs a mask. It's like a rule.
The LA County put forth in pretty much the same thing as an executive order, saying that all their cities and municipalities need to, anyone out and about has to wear a mask, period.
Like all essential personnel and everybody outside.
Yeah, it's like a $1,500 fine if you're caught without one.
So what do you do when you can't find them anywhere? Beats the hell out of us. We cannot figure out where to get them.
Well, we bought masks online from an eBay vendor, and we can't even find out what the heck, if they've even been shipped yet.
Right. I think, see now when I bought the masks online, my thought was only American companies, you know, like, what is that called? Sellers, will I buy from? Because if it's coming from any other country, it's going to take forever. Well, the guy said he was in America, but I don't think he is, because it was supposed to be delivered yesterday. It's still not here, and it still doesn't even show that it's been shipped. There's no tracking number or anything. So, and then to add to our enjoyment, when I tried to find out, I wanted to contact the seller and find out, was this shipped? Because, you know, we bought it because we need it, not because we wanted to donate money to your cause. And the eBay website is down. So if it's not one thing, it's another, right? But we did get something we were looking for, though. Oh, we got puzzles. Essential. I had a talk with my therapist today, and she said that puzzles are essential for me. I have to have them. It's an anti-anxiety thing. So we did find them at the second Walmart. Anyway, so Brad has a very happy wife. And why do you have a happy wife, Brad?
Because she agreed that Red Lobster would be a good dinner for her pickup, and that's why I keep whiffing, because it smells so doggone good.
Oh, it does. I'm so excited to have something that isn't fast food that I didn't cook. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to brag, but I'm really excited.
Got a bunch of shrimp, and got some cheddar biscuits.
Got some clam chowder.
Oh, they didn't have the lobster bisque?
No. She said that they don't make it right now. I had to show you this before I get started today. This is the laundry that Brad did last night, and this pile needs to be folded, and then we have another one that is starting to fill up over by the dryer as well. But I'm going to fold this while I'm talking to you. I need to try to stay on top of something while this is going on. It is April 11th, 2020, and it's Saturday. So Mom, if you're watching, tell my stepdad I said happy birthday. I just needed a few days off, I think. Like when I first was talking about doing journals on here and trying to post things regularly throughout the quarantine. I don't think I realized that the quarantine was going to last so long. And so I was starting to get a little bit exhausted, which I think is probably pretty understandable. Need a bit of a break. So you saw the progress that we made on the puzzle, and we got that finished. On Wednesday, I just kind of spent the whole day going to live chats on YouTube and Instagram. It was pretty cool because I was actually able to find quite a few people that I follow that had scheduled lives at different times. And it was just really nice because it gave me the girl time that I've been craving. And I know you probably get what I'm saying. It's like, yes, I am married and I'm here with my husband, and so I'm not as lonely as I could be, But one thing that I know is I need girl time. I desperately need it. I think it's because before I moved to Vegas, I had made the decision that I was going to make friends when I got here. I never really made friends in Florida. I had decided I wasn't planning on staying in Florida, so what's the point in making friends there? But now, I decided when I came to Vegas that I was going to make friends here, and I have. I would like a few more friends even. Anyway, so going to these live chats has been wonderful. I absolutely love it, and I've been drinking a little bit while I'm in there, not to the point of getting drunk, but just to get a nice buzz, and that's really nice. So that's what I did on Wednesday, and I guess I get a little bit frustrated when they say, we might make it to where you can't buy alcohol anymore during this quarantine. It's like, well, why don't you just take away everything that I enjoyed in life, Just take it all away. That's how I'm starting to feel. Like literally everything that I held dear is being taken away. And I didn't really drink that much before the quarantine. Maybe once or twice a month I'd have a couple drinks. Now the quarantine's going on, I'm probably having a couple drinks 2 or 3 nights a week, so it's definitely more often. It's not every day, all day long, but I'm a human being. So for me, things have been getting really dark. So on Thursday, I talked to my mom. I had a good talk with her. And then Thursday night and Friday during the day, it just got really bad for me. My anxiety got really high. Brad was really worried about me. And luckily, because of the panic attacks I was having, I started going to counseling again. My counselor, I still get to see her, but I see her via video chat now. That was sure helpful, being able to talk to her on Friday. She said, and I'm going to tell you this because maybe it will help some of you. I mean, I know it's kind of private, but I'm not going to tell you like everything, but just the stuff that's, not too private. She said that I'm not allowed to watch the news anymore, which she told me that before, but I started watching again. And she said, you're not allowed to watch the news anymore, especially not like CNN or anything. You have to stay off. You're getting too upset. She was asking what things made me feel a certain way. She wants me to stay off of Twitter too, which is hard. There's parts of Twitter that I really like, but for the most part, it's a very negative place to go. So I'm going to be staying off of there. So it's really just going to be YouTube and Instagram. That's going to be my social life. And I think that'll be a lot more positive for me to do it that way. She's like, look, if anything big changes, you'll hear about it. Like if everything's being lifted or what have you. I did have her talk to Brad for a little bit. They'd never talked before, and she told him, just, keep your eye, if you pay attention to the news and it doesn't bring you a lot of anxiety, fine. Let her know what she needs to know, but, we're going to have to keep her off of the news for a while. She also recommended that I go onto the CDC's website to find out, what things put me at great risk and what things don't. Because when I went to the grocery stores Went to the Dollar Tree and Sprouts. I got real panicky just about even going, and it was in the middle of the workday for Brad, so he couldn't go with me, and I just it's like I got really panicky about, well, if I don't go, like it was in the actually not the middle of the workday, it was in the morning. I told him if I don't go right now, we're not gonna have any food. Blah, 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 blah. And I was like flipping out, like I have to go right now. And I told him if I don't go right now, the amount of people that are going to be out is going to be much higher, and my risk of getting sick is going to be higher. Which, I mean, I'm right, but the anxiety that goes with it is just too high. But it's getting to where, normally if I'm wanting to go somewhere and I'm being impatient, I try to figure out how to be more patient and wait. But in this kind of situation where everything is just spiraling so much around me, I have to just go ahead and kind of let myself do what I need to do so I can calm down. Does that make sense? And so she actually recommended, when I was talking about things that keep me calm, and she asked a bunch of questions about what was keeping me calm and how and why. The other big thing is the puzzles that I do. They keep me really super calm. The puzzles, coloring in a coloring book, reading a book, but I have to be in a certain mood for each of them, and I have been beside myself ever since I finished my puzzle. And so what she wanted me to do was try to find a puzzle here that I could work on, like a big one, not the little ones I got at the Dollar Tree, but not that there's anything wrong with those, but just something that I could like do for a while. And so we did end up going back out. I went out with Brad, and got a couple things that he needed to get as well that I didn't find. Like he needs a mask for work. We're not finding it. I don't know what he's going to do, because he's being told, you're an essential worker for the internet. You have to come do this. People are relying on you for their internet, and we need you to wear this mask. It's like, but you can't get it. I mean, you might as well be asking him to stop gravity for 24 hours. Like, I'm not sure how they could even insist that he wear a mask. I'm not really understanding it. So we went all over the place trying to find a mask for him, that met their specifications, and they're sold out everywhere. If you have any ideas, please let me know, because the stress level is just too much. Anyway, but she thought that it would help ease my anxiety if we just got a puzzle or two, and then that way the one that's coming in the mail when it gets here, then we'll have another one. We figure if we've got a handful of them, then we can just keep redoing the puzzles if we want. But it's really helping Brad too. It's very soothing for him as well. There's something about doing puzzles or coloring that, the way that my counselor explained it, it makes you feel like you're moving forward. It makes you feel like there's some sort of accomplishment or momentum. And I totally agree. The other thing that has been driving me nuts is I really want to paint. I'm an artist, not like super successful or anything, but I mean, as a hobby, I am an artist. I'm not able to do that either because once this whole quarantine thing started, I went to go paint and realized I was out of painting paper and canvases. And of course, by then, everything was shut down. So where do you go? So that was the other thing. She said, look, go have Brad take you to Walmart, and go to a couple if you have to, go to Target, whatever you have to do, just to try to get these things so you can calm down about it. Because enough of your life has been ripped away. You need to keep the things that keep you mentally healthy in your life. She's like, it's kind of like me not being able to paint or do puzzles or read is kind of like not being able to take medication you need for your well-being. Like, it's very important. And I never thought of it that way. And I thought, that's true though. We all as people have needs, and we have to take care of them. And so whether, it's self-care, right? You have to take care of yourself. Nobody's doing it for you right now, right? So that was a really big thing. And then the other thing that she said was controlling the environment. She said, when you feel out of control, which I do, and it's driving me nuts, she said that, you know, because I'm having a lot of nightmares about our government and like what they're doing. What are they doing that I don't know about, right? Because I don't know, it's just very scary to me. I believe that there's a lot going on that we don't know behind the scenes or something. I don't know, I just believe there's something bad going on. And so she said, what I have to do is concentrate on things that I can control. Okay, and this is huge for anybody who's feeling out of control right now. She said, go through every part of your home by one, every closet, every bookshelf, everything. Organize it, go through it, get rid of things that you don't want anymore. Make sure that each room in your home is decorated in a way that is soothing to you or pleasing to you, you know, a way that makes you feel good in your environment. She said, because your actual environment in your home is one of the few things that you can control right now. And I thought, wow, yeah, that's good. She said, also your car, clean the inside of your car. Take your car to a drive-through, you know, a drive-through wash. Make sure that you have everything you need in the car to be safe. You know, make sure you have wipes in there and you have gloves or Ziploc bags or something where you can touch things with. If you go to pump gas, you can do that without feeling like you're making yourself sick or that kind of thing. But she said to make sure that those things in your environment that you can control, that you really take extra care of to control. And I thought, wow, yeah, yes. So this whole thing behind you, where I've got 2 paintings I hung up just to dry. I'm going to take one of them down, and the one that we like that we wanted to keep on the wall will stay, but the other one is going to go in storage. All this crap right here behind me is going to be packed up and taken to storage, that kind of thing. So we're going to take control of our lives in the ways that we can. If you watched the shopping haul that I did, I mentioned that my mom and my stepdad are going to get a pay-per-view movie once a week and eat some popcorn and just kind of try to bring the movie theater into their home. We thought that was a really good idea, and so that's what we want to do as well. That was the other thing that my counselor said, was try to bring things you love in the outside world into your home. So one thing we really love is going out to dinner. So what we did last night, and this is not something we're going to do regularly, it's just probably once a month maybe while this is going on, but we went to Red Lobster. We ordered exactly what we wanted. We didn't worry about money or anything. It was just like, we're just going to get what we want. We're going to pretend like nothing's going on right now. And it was the layout of the place, it felt very safe going in there, ordering, sitting down and waiting for the food to be made and then getting it and leaving. Like the takeout situation was really good there. And we came home and we ate our Red Lobster, and I have to say that was probably one of the best dinners I've ever had in my life. Like, just the level of appreciation I had for it was so much higher than I normally ever have for meals that I eat, and it was wonderful. And we did rent a movie. We rented Knives Out, and I fell asleep not even halfway through it. So tonight we'll do the popcorn and the popsicles that I got at the Dollar Tree, and we will finish the movie. But it just felt good to have kind of like a date night, but at home. So we're going to just try to do that kind of stuff. You know, try to bring some of those things that we might miss into the home. So one thing, and I've been doing this without realizing it, in the mornings I like to sit on my rocking chair with some coffee and read whatever book I'm reading. Well, that kind of emulates that experience that I had mentioned that I love, of going to Barnes and Noble, grabbing a book, sitting down at Barnes and Noble to read while drinking some Starbucks. Now, granted, I'm not drinking Starbucks right now, but I think, you know, just doing stuff like that, just trying to bring things that I love into my home will work really well. And I hope it works really well for you too. So Brad is out. He's trying to find somewhere where he can go kick his soccer ball around for a little bit. He's getting stir crazy. My hay fever from my allergies is acting up, so I don't think it'd be a good idea for me to go sit outside right now anyway. But that's what he is off doing, and he did send a message saying he's on his way home. So I don't know if he found anything or not, but we shall see. But that's him trying to take care of his mental health as well. You know, he needs to be active and to get some sweat out of his body, and so we'll see what happens there. I wonder if movie theaters will make a comeback. It's not movie theaters, I mean drive-ins. When I was talking to my mom, I had mentioned that, and she said, us retired people like to go during the day. And I said, what if it was a big warehouse that you could just drive into? Hi. How'd it go?
Fun until I pull my hammy.
So the park was open?
Yes, park is open.
Were there very many people there?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, there's a line for the field.
A line for the field?
There's
Wow.
things to do.
Of course, at that park, each section of the field is so far apart, it's like the perfect place to go during the quarantine, so.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, but you got a little bit of exercise in?
Yeah, until I pull my hammy.
Okay. Well, that's good. I'm sorry about your hamstring, though. Hi. So, one thing you may not know, Marty is a master laundry folder. He is amazing. He always helps me, don't you? He helps me by getting in the way to where I can't fold laundry. But he loves coming up and thinking he's helping. So, thank you so much, Martin. Thank you for the buns in the face, too. So tonight for dinner, I'm going to make a casserole. It's like a tater tot and beef casserole. And I think I'm going to record it. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know yet. But if I do, that'll be up soon. I just like this recipe because it's one of those things that you could technically replace a lot of things in it for other things and it would be fine. Which I think is kind of important right now, those kind of meals, since it's so hard to find ingredients and stuff. Can I have a little bit of room? Oh, thank you. You are so good at folding laundry. Oh, now he's going to sit on it. Okay. You're going to lay on my shirt. Okay. Because we're not folding it now. So that's about it. That's why I've been gone. I didn't want to bring anybody down with my sadness. I just didn't record for a few days. It's hard. It's so hard. It's like, I think most people, when they come on here, they want to get away from everything that's going on. And I understand that. But I don't know how to film that way. Like, I can't get away from what's going on. So I'm not really sure how to take other people away from it. I mean, when there's something to show you that has nothing to do with quarantine, like when clothing shows up for me to show you, it's easy. I can just do the clothing video and not mention it and it's fine. If I'm going essentials shopping and I'm buying things in a way that I wouldn't normally, or things that don't really quite make sense unless you were essential shopping, I have to mention it. Or if I'm doing this, which is a video journal, then I kind of have to mention it too, right? Because that's what's going on. This is like my life. I don't know how else to be right now. So we live near Nellis Air Force Base, and apparently they were flying around through the valley today, and they were doing a bunch of stunts in the air with the planes. We could hear it, but we couldn't see it from where we are. I think it's neat that they were doing that for people to be able to look at and enjoy. Maybe there's footage I could find of it. Look at it. But I thought you guys might think that was kind of neat. Otherwise, I don't know if you watched the Andre Bocelli video that I had mentioned that I thought was so wonderful. But by the time you watch this, it'll be Easter. He's doing a live performance in Italy today for Easter. So I think I'm going to watch that. And I just wanted to say happy Easter. Hope you're enjoying it. I think I'm going to go start dinner. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I love you. Bye.